Hey guys, welcome to this week's San Diego Comic-Con edition of Most Craved. I'm Jenna Busch with Legion of Leia.
I'm Silas Lesnick with ComingSoon.net.
And I'm William Bibbiani with CraveOnline. Hey everybody, we are at Comic-Con and we're very tired.
Very, very tired.
It's been a rough one, hasn't it?
Oh, yes.
Are you guys holding up okay?
No.
I'm ready to leave.
Yep.
You're all ready to
Yep.
go. We're all ready to go. There's been some really big stuff announced at this year's Comic-Con, but for the most part, it's just been very, very exhausting. But let's talk about some of the big stuff that I think people at home have been able to see. Let's start with a Star War?
Yes, I've heard of this movie.
Yeah. There was J.J. Abrams and Disney really packed the house at Hall H to show off some Star Wars stuff. They showed a practical alien just on stage doing his thing, and then they showed an extended behind-the-scenes montage, basically an EPK. That makes it look like they really had a lot of fun making Star Wars, which we could have seen some of the actual movie, though.
Well, yeah, I mean, I didn't think they had said that they weren't going to put that out, but I have to say, seeing the behind-the-scenes footage, like for me, that was huge. There might have been water leaking from my eyes. I'm not saying I cried. I'm just saying it's possible that it happened. But like that kind of stuff, I love, because once again, we didn't get anything revealed. Like nothing was spoiled by seeing any of that stuff, except that things blow up in a TIE fighter crash at some point.
Well, nothing was spoiled, but we also have like no evidence that the movie is actually good. We just have their word for it. I feel like all of the Star Wars panels and revelations so far, first teaser was kind of neat. But beyond that, is basically, hey, everybody, we really wanted to make a good Star Wars movie, so you'll forgive us no matter what we do, right? We gave you practical effects in the original cast, but is that
weird
healthy?
that the documentary actually has, and it's all practical effects, and it's like Lupita Nyong'o as a motion capture character.
Well, there is that. I did notice that. I do have to say, we were talking last week about who won Comic-Con, and for me, like getting a last-minute call to go to the Star Wars concert, which I believe was 12,000 people, because there were 6,000 in the hall, I think, and I was told by somebody at Lucasfilm that it was 12,000. Having everyone got a lightsaber, seeing just a sea of people waving their lightsabers to Star Wars music, and then fireworks going off to Star Wars music.
Yeah.
Honestly, that was amazing.
They really did pay all the fans for their enthusiasm, and now they basically have to like Star Wars, or they're being rude.
It's my 5th lightsaber. I'm happy.
I don't know, like it just feels like, and you hear how they screwed Kevin Smith, right? Because he had a panel in Hall H after Star Wars.
It wasn't even just Kevin Smith. Dan
left.
Harmon was doing Rick and Morty premiere, and the fireworks were going off. And it's hard to say that it's a bad thing, because that's really cool for Star Wars fans.
It is cool. No
but
one's
when
arguing
you
that.
have
maybe don't schedule it
the
that
sort
way.
of criticism of these bigger movies are coming and taking attention away from smaller things at Comic-Con, it doesn't get much more extreme than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just a little worried about this cult of enthusiasm we're building up over Star Wars. It seems like what they're trying to do is trying to get all of that completely blind goodwill back that we had just before Phantom Menace came out. And I'm worried that what if the new Star Wars movie isn't great? What if it's just okay? And then it takes everyone years to admit it. Like, what if that's just going to be what it is? Well, what? They gave you practical effects in the original cast. What more do you want? I want something good, and I want some evidence that it's actually going to be good, and not that you had fun making it.
But you know what? I like that they had fun making it. And
Sure.
I don't know. I have this soft spot. I was on a panel yesterday where we were talking about the evolution of geek culture, and we were talking about the things that changed everything for the movie industry and TV, and for me it was Star Wars. And so I do all of the things that you want, and I want to love it. And I don't have a problem with them putting all of this stuff out. Whereas I may for other movies, but I am one of the crazy fans.
Well, what did you guys think of the new Batman v Superman trailer, which showed a lot of new footage and gave us a lot more hints about what is actually in that movie?
I am so excited for Batman versus Superman. I wasn't in the panel, so I didn't watch it, because I've been in such a bad mood about Comic-Con. I don't want Comic-Con tainting that trailer for me.
Oh, well, damn.
I
crap,
so get it.
I want to see it on the big screen, and I want to enjoy it. I don't want it associated with
Jenna,
Comic-Con.
am I the only one who saw the trailer?
No, I watched it. However, I watched it with the internet at the con, which means that I watched it in 5-second chunks with buffering.
The internet this year is
terrible.
atrocious.
Yeah.
Even at the hotels, it just doesn't work. It's really, really hard to cover Comic-Con this year.
Thank you.
Yeah. But so, I mean, what I saw, I saw Wonder Woman. That's what I wanted to see.
Yeah,
there
looks
was,
cool.
Yeah, and there was some interesting 9/11 imagery of running toward exploding buildings. And I spoke to Michael Uslan yesterday, who's a producer, and he was talking about some of that imagery that's been through the Nolan Batmans. So I liked that part of it. I thought that was really interesting. But I still feel like I need to watch it all together. with internet.
I was able to see the whole thing, and I gotta say, I've been kind of down on this movie because it looked like such a downer. For all this time, all the posters, the original teaser, it just looked depressing. And while the new trailer makes it look very serious, it does also make it look like we might actually have some fun. We did see some actual stuff of the fight between Batman and Superman, which looked kind of neat. We saw Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor having fun, like actually looking like someone is enjoying this movie, and maybe we too will be able to enjoy the movie when it came out. I feel like that's what I wanted more from a Comic-Con presentation. Isn't just we made a movie and we had a good time. It's here's some actual stuff on which you can maybe come to an actual conclusion about whether or not you will like the actual movie we have made, and not just whether or not you like the idea that we've made the movie, which is what they originally did when they announced Batman v Superman. Just like, we're doing Batman vs Superman, mic drop, thunk.
Well, I mean, as a comic book fan, like that actually did do something for me. There were tingles in places.
All right. Any other highlights? Anything that you guys want to talk about while we're still here?
Really, I would say, again, I didn't see it at Comic-Con. I watched it online. The Ash vs. Evil Dead trailer was so good that I think I got the nostalgia sense that a lot of people were getting from Star Wars. That really hit me. Other than that, cosplay. Cosplay seems like the little bastion of humanity you can find at Comic-Con. It's...
We're so bitter.
Well,
no,
it's
totally
weird, and I realize everybody talks about Comic-Con as this organization, this event, and Comic-Con is really more like Ticketmaster. And you don't leave a concert and say, "Boy, Ticketmaster's cool." Comic-Con sort of takes the enthusiasm of some really, really wonderful people, drains it, and then sells it back to them in a forum that is far, far too small to accommodate it. Which now they're booked through 2019. The people here are great, but I have no use for Comic-Con.
Yeah,
you can just leave. Well, I said good day.
Well, look, I barely even made it to the floor because you can't get through the floor. So I have bought nothing, which is really weird. Silas, make me buy something fuzzy. I actually got excited to hear that Bruce Timm's next animated project is Batman: The Killing Joke. I could have heard that from a press release. But that's really cool. So, I mean, for me, the highlights, honestly, were doing the panels that I did because I actually got to talk to people. I moderated the Science of Star Wars, and half of the panel was audience questions. And so that's that sort of thing I love because, like you said, the people here are fantastic. And that part of it was really cool. Also, I saw a dog dressed as Yoda, and,
I saw a dog dressed as Green Arrow, and it made me really, really happy. He was so sleepy.
Aww.
He was so sleepy. For me, again, I got to be on a panel this year, and it was wonderful. The Rotten Tomatoes panel, which was so rowdy in the best possible way. Everyone was just arguing about Inside Out and Jurassic World and Return of the Jedi and Batman Returns, and it was just yelling at each other, but it was all in the spirit of good fun. And you're right. I think that is the best thing about Comic-Con is the community. Everyone is here because they love something. There's not a lot of mercenaries. It's not like, a bunch of people show up
There
for no
are a lot of
reason.
mercenaries. They're all over the exhibit hall floor.
Okay, fine. There's some
I
Boba
got
Fett's
kicked
out
by
there.
Robin.
Okay.
No, I mean, literally, there's people that
by
charge
Robin.
crazy prices to sort of take advantage of fans, and it's not fun.
Okay, well, they're not the real fans, though. And the majority of these people are real fans, and I think that's the best part, is that sense that you're a part of people who care about really awesome stuff, and that maybe you can explore your passions and learn about something new. So, hey, everyone, sorry we're bitter, but Comic-Con can be very hard. It's Sunday morning. It's been a very long Comic-Con. We hope you've enjoyed our coverage at Coming Soon, Legion of Leia, CraveOnline, and we will be back with another Most Craved in the studio soon. But for now, you can follow us on Twitter, around this area, something kind of around here. And bye.
We're going to go sleep now.
Yeah.